Welcome to the Miracle Mama Show. My name is Ashley Sabali. I'm the founder of Miracle Mamas, which aims to raise the bar of maternal health one step at a time. And as an advocate of maternal health, it's very near and dear to my heart. I'm also a very big supporter and advocate of the March of Dimes. So I will put some links below so you can look around at March of Dimes if you're interested, and to also check out their report card. So the 2023 report card is out as of October 2024, when I'm filming right now. And really, think of a report card like when you were a kid. So an A means stellar, that will go right on the fridge. B, you're pretty proud of it too. C, you tried really, really hard. It's okay. D and an F, you were probably trying to hide those from mom and dad or hope that they wouldn't see it on the report card. So it's the same approach, the A through F, report card for the March of Dimes. And really, it's focusing, though, on maternal health. So I'm going to pull up the report card here, and we will go through it together. So I'm very excited to show you this. So if we look at the March of Dimes report card, if we look at the whole country, we are at a D plus for the U.S. grade. That's our country's grade. It's horrible. I mean, I wouldn't want to be showing that to my parents. I wouldn't be putting that on the fridge. So our country as a whole is not doing too great. Now, maybe I need glasses, but I don't see anywhere on here that any states in this report card received an A or an A minus. So every state here needs some work. Just there are some states that are going to need a lot more work than others, and that's apparent. So if we look at the western parts, the western states, and even some of the states at the northeastern part of the country, they are in the B range. So they are leading the country in terms of maternal health. Most of the Midwest are between the C and the D range. I myself, I'm in a D state in Illinois, and then many of our northeastern states, if they're not a B, they're falling into that C. And then what's very concerning are most of our southeastern states that are falling at an F. Now, this is only in terms of maternal health, and this is coming from the March of Dimes. Of course, there are more sources out there in terms of maternal health data, but this is something I find very useful for myself that I have brought up to my own states and my own counties, and I found this to be very useful information. So this is really great information. I mean, if you're a mom and maybe you're in the middle between two counties in your state and you're trying to figure out which hospital you want to go to and you want to check out the maternal health statistics in each county, this is a really good resource. Or if you're planning to move, to a different county or a different state, this is also something really, really important to check out. And if you're passionate about legislation and you want to make some great changes in your state, there's a lot of great information in here for you. So without further ado, you can actually check out any of the states in here, and it's very interactive, which is fun. So if I picked a state, like if I went to, any state here, like if I went to Louisiana, and I clicked on Louisiana, and I can see here, okay, I got a pop-up window that says the preterm birth grade is an F. The preterm birth rate is 13.3%. And there's a note here that says Black babies are 1.5 times more likely to be preterm than all other babies. So if I want to learn more about the state, I can just go ahead and click on the button that says View Your State's Report Card. And it brings me right to this specific state. And you can do this for any state. And you can download right away the report for your state. And then you can do some comparisons. So I'm just going to walk through this. If we look at the whole country, when we look at preterm birth grade, the entire country is at 10.4%, but the state of Louisiana is much higher at 13.3%. And we do have some, just information going down. The preterm birth rate in the state of Louisiana was 13.3% in 2022, which is lower than the rate in 2021. So you can see over a 10-year span how things have improved or maybe gone the other direction or stayed stagnant. And you can actually, which is super cool, you can see preterm birth rates by parishes and by city. So parishes are equivalent term for county, okay? So, like if you're in Illinois, we have Cook County, Lake County, McHenry County. So it's a similar. So if you see parishes, you're wondering, whoa, what does that mean? Just an equivalent term for county. But you can go into each of these parishes or county, and you can see their grade, you can see their preterm birth rate, and whether or not that rate has improved, worsened, or if there was no change, it was stable from the previous year. So the preterm birth rate among babies born to Black families is 1.5 times higher than the rate among all other babies. That's significantly high. I mean, and there's a breakdown here by race, ethnicity, and you can see Black is 17. I mean, compared to, let's say, white is 11.2 or Hispanic 10.2. So that's a very big discrepancy there. And then there's a breakdown of factors, and these factors make mothers more likely to have preterm birth, like smoking, hypertension, unhealthy weight, diabetes, previous midterm or carrying multiples. Now, I myself had a preterm baby. My little Alice was preterm, about 5.5 weeks. And I had an emergency C-section. I didn't have any of these factors. So it doesn't mean that even if you have some of these factors, you're going to have a preterm baby. It just makes it more likely to have a preterm baby. Because just like me, I didn't have any of these factors, and I ended up having a preterm baby. So the infant mortality rate in the state of Louisiana is 7.2 compared to the U.S. rate of 5.4. And the infant mortality rate did decrease in the last decade. You can see in the chart below there. But 416 babies died in Louisiana in 2021. The infant mortality rate among babies born to Black mothers is about 1.6 times the state rate. I mean, that's incredible. I mean, looking at these numbers, I mean, it's double. It's, comparing to Hispanic and white, it's double. It's huge discrepancies there. The leading causes of infant death here, we do have preterm birth and low birth weights, birth defects, accidents, and then also there is sudden unexpected infant death. And then you can see here the mothers in Louisiana have a very high vulnerability to poor outcomes. They're most vulnerable to overall physical health. So you can actually click on here to learn more on each of these parishes. So it just kind of goes further in there, like factors related to maternal health, vulnerability, and here we have measures are important for indicators for how Louisiana is supporting the health of mothers. And this is really interesting for those who are interested in legislation in your states and in our country, is the adoption of the following policies and sufficient funding in the state of Louisiana is critical to improve and sustain maternal and infant health care. So this is really cool, and why is that this is a guide. So if you look at the blue snowflake, that's a state that's progressing in legislation but not yet active. So you have like that doula reimbursement policy. And then you can see, okay, well, if we see a red X, that means state does not have the indicated funding or policy, like the paid family leave. And then you see these green check marks in which the state has the indicated funding or policy. So like Medicaid extension, Medicaid expansion, Maternal Mortality Review Committee, Fetal and Infant Mortality Review, and Prenatal Quality Collaborative. And there's also an infographic on here that you can download, as well as the report card if you need to talk to your local government representative. This is a really amazing map that you can go through here, and you can explore different states and different counties and see where your county and state is as far as maternal health, and making and really, I think together here we could spread more awareness about where our country really is in terms of maternal health, and that all states can improve to make it better. And also, I will put a link below here for a petition on change.org called Keeping Mom and Baby Together Act. This is a federal bill that I have drafted and seeking sponsorship for. It's a bipartisan bill, and what it does is it ensures that moms have advocacy of their own bodies and health. And specifically, if a baby has to be transported to another hospital due to a medical emergency, as long as the mom is in stable condition, she can choose to be transported along with her baby, and she will be accepted and received as a patient at the same hospital as her baby, so that no mom and baby needs to be separated at birth. So if you want to check it out, please do so. I would really appreciate all the signatures we can get to get that moving forward. So thank you so much, and I will see you in the next episode.